Okay, so a human mind processes information in either of these three ways. One is the memory approach, one is the comprehension approach, and one is the application approach. So, you will be noticing this whenever a person is growing up. The person is in his or her school or maybe in college. They will understand the information in using either of these three approaches. All right, there is nothing over and beyond this, above and beyond this. People who uses the memory approach, you will find that these people basically are very good in memorizing stuff and producing whatever they memorize it as an output. So people who uses this memory approach doesn't really care too much about the why and how of information. They will just memorize it and they will produce it to the outside world, whether it is as a student in their answer sheet or as a grown up person might be in their conversation, or might be in any professional front. They will use this information as a memory approach. They are using this information. uh, this is definitely not effective. It might be helping you as a student to get marks, but whenever you are growing up, especially whenever you're trying to work, you are entering into the professional world. You're trying to establish a career, you're trying to create a name for yourself, you're trying to create your own identity. Relying completely on memory approach or functioning only from this memory approach will not do any good. Now, let's come to the second approach, that is the comprehension approach. People who uses the comprehension approach, again, people I'm referring to, it can be students, it can be grown-ups, it can be, I'm not talking related to any particular age, it is in any age group I'm referring to, all right? The comprehension approach individuals will be understanding the information, whatever they are coming across. They will not just take in the information without giving any, without understanding or without rationalizing it. Like they comprehension approach people will try to understand the why and how of information, the what of information. They will try to uh, get the reasons. They will try to understand the reason that why they are studying whatever they are studying, right? Whatever information they are coming across in their life, they will try to understand it with a rational mindset, with a rational approach. So these people are very good when it comes to rationalization, because they, everything for them will be very much rational, like very much logical. They will not be completely uh, mugging up information, memorizing things without any reasons to it. So people who are very much comprehension approached, have a comprehension approached mindset, they are very good at in analytics. They have a very good analytical power, because from their childhood years only they are very good in understanding stuff. So I'm telling you one thing, students, especially for the students, like especially for young people, might be in their very early school days or later school days, in their college days, the comprehension approached people and the memory approach people, you will find a difference in their difference in the work that they do, or the difference in the result that they achieve. I'm talking about the school days or the college days, because most of whatever I have experienced, based on my experience, people who are good at memorizing stuff, definitely they will be good in getting numbers, getting grades. And people who are good in comprehension, they will not be good at memorizing. Like they will not be, they might be good in memorizing, but they'll not memorize things doesn't uh, which doesn't get their attention. If they are not attracted to certain information, if they don't find certain information useful, that it will not help me. Why am I studying this? How will this information is going to help me? I'll not be using this information. So there will not be too much focusing on that information. So even if that particular information might be in their syllabus, they will not study that particular information. And because of that, they might not be getting great grades across all the subjects. But memory approach will be getting it. But now you tell me which is more useful, understanding and then learning, or just learning, or just memorizing it without any understanding, without any learning, without any logical grasp of the knowledge, whatever he or she is coming across. I am definitely sure it is the comprehension approach people who will be more who will be more successful in their professional front. All right. So again, one more approach is the application approach. Now this application approach, this mindset, it basically develops or evolves from the comprehension approach. So people who are very much have a comprehension approach mindset, after a certain age, they will try to apply whatever they have learned. When they find that, okay, now the time is feasible, now the space is feasible, now everything is feasible, so whatever I'm learning, I can now apply it. I can see how it is practical, how my learnings are practical, how my understandings about a subject is practical, how my attention to a particular detail, if I'm spending some time to learn a particular subject, is it feasible for me in my life? So now they will try to apply it, and then they will try to find the feasibility of it, the practical feasibility of it. Everything, the economical feasibility of it, the financial feasibility of it, the practical feasibility of it, the wise end of it. So now application approach will be all about implementing stuff, implementing their learnings. It might not be at a very great end, even if it is at a very small end, on a very small scale. If they are applying whatever they are learning, it is still an application approach people. You might still find students who are at a very early age, they have an application approach mindset. Those are extremely brilliant. Again, I'm telling you, they might not be good at getting great grades, because again, like application approach and comprehension approach, they go hand in hand. They will not spend time too much on information which that doesn't fancy their attention, which doesn't fancy their mind. If they don't find something logical, if they don't find something rational, if they don't find something it is useful, they'll not spend too much time, even if it is a very important subject, even if it is even if they have to appear for a test for that particular subject. If that particular subject or topic doesn't, again, they don't have any kind of focus towards that subject, because of their understanding, they know that is of no use to them. They'll not spend time learning on that, and they might just learn it to get some basic average grades. Again, so this particular video, I'm only telling you that don't try to understand the intelligence of a student or of a person based on grades of their 10th mark sheet, 12th mark sheet, or even college mark sheet. College I can still understand, because then the subjects are very much streamlined, because most of the subjects that an individual chooses is basically what they want to build their career on, or what actually they find an understanding for. It is what they find an interest for. But I'm talking about especially the general subjects, basically what students are taught in schools till class 12. In most cases, don't judge their intelligence or their professional excellence based on their grades, because I have just explained to you how minds of a student, or even for a grown-up it works. But for a grown-up I can still understand, but that's a different topic. But I'm now only focusing on the aspect of students, and especially teachers who are or school teachers or even college teachers who are just creating a judgment of a student based on whatever grades they get. That, I think, according to me, it is a bit unfair. All right, because again, the reason is if a person is a comprehension approach individual, if a person is an application approach individual, they will not be focusing on all the subjects. They might be focusing on some topics of a particular subject, but not on all the topics, because again, I'm telling you, they will only focus on those subjects which fancies their attention. Again, I'm telling you, now another point is just because of this, it doesn't mean people who get low grades are all comprehension approach and application approach people. They just might be lazy, or they just might not be, too much focused on their current education. But I'm telling you, just you have a particular person, even a parent has to be very much critical based on their analysis of their child's career, or not the career, or the child's education. You have to try to understand which particular subject from their initial growing up days also, how they are understanding a particular subject, what is their knowledge, in which particular field they are having a particular knowledge, right? At least after class 7 and after class 8, you need to understand this. Okay, you cannot expect your child will be great in every subject. That is very rare, and there are people, but again, I'm telling you, it doesn't mean if a person gets good grade in all the subject, doesn't mean the person will be very good in their professional front. But it is a sure shot thing that people who understands something and then learns it, understands something, then learns it, and then implements it to understand its feasibility, sure shot, such kind of students, they will be excellent in their career as long as they can keep having this kind of mindset. And another point is, some people have a kind of a myth or a kind of a wrong notion that a particular person is born with a certain mindset. Means this person is only good at memorizing stuff. They'll not be good at comprehension, or they'll comprehending knowledge, or they'll not be good at implementing knowledge. They'll not be great at application. It is completely wrong. That is where the nurture word comes. Nobody is born with a fixed kind of a thing. It is completely wrong. It's all wrong notions. People tend to develop a certain mindset, but it doesn't mean that the person will be fixed with that mindset. With a certain kind of an intervention, with a certain kind of a development, with a certain kind of a counseling, with a certain kind of a training, person can and definitely change their mindset. Even if without all of these things, a person can automatically change their mindset as soon as they realize that a certain mindset is not helping them. Especially I'm talking about the memory approach. This is what I wanted to convey in this video. The importance of having a comprehension approach mindset and an application approach mindset. Even if you're a grown up, then I know when you are growing up, after you are grown up, you're in a professional area. Whatever that you do, you know that your memory approach will not be helping you, because hardly there is any instances where you need to memorize stuff and produce it as an output. Whatever you say, whatever you do is all based on your skill sets and all based on your experience. It is completely based on your understanding about a particular skill. And the application approach. Application is all about your experience, how you're applying it in your day-to-day life, whatever skill sets you have. So for a grown-up will definitely be able to understand. But if you're a grown-up and you're understanding this importance, why doesn't you feed the same importance to your child? That it is not necessary for your child, or even if you're a teacher, for your student to memorize everything. You cannot tell anyone to just memorize it and produce it on your answer sheet. How will that help? It might help them to get good grades. Whatever education system that I had been through, that was the criteria. But whatever I had learned in my school days, I don't remember most of it. It's not of any use to me right now, right? So developing comprehension approach mindset and later an application approach mindset is very, very essential. Don't get completely trapped in the memory approach mindset. All right. Thank you.